So recently, Riot unveiled their newest project. Not newest project, but they released more footage of Project L, which is League of Legends fighting game. Um, Obviously, I don't have any videos on this channel. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there, put some speculation, uh, and just have somewhere to actually talk about my opinions on who should be in the game and who shouldn't be in the game. Obviously, it's an opinion-based thing, so I mean, it's not going to be right. Not everything is going to be exactly like this, obviously. I'm just some random dude on the internet. I just want to talk about whatever, get the discussion going if people get to see this. If not, oh well, I'm not tripping. But a little bit about me. I played League up until maybe like 2018 ish, and then I dropped it. Um, I played a little bit after Yone got released, and then I just kind of dropped the game after that because it's fun but it's stressful. I do play Smite. While I wasn't that good at League, I did hit Diamond 2 in Smite, so I know a little bit about MOBAs, but I'm obviously not the best. Someone that's Diamond 2 does not compare to somebody that's even in fucking Masters or whatever the tier is for it. I play a bunch of fighting games. Let's see. Highest ranking in some of them were the rank right before Genbu and Tekken, but obviously Tekken's inflated. Everybody can get to the Genbu. If you can't, all you have to do is just keep trying. I hit Rose in Dragon Ball, and everything else I really didn't play competitively, such as like Guilty Gear or Street Fighter. Street Fighter I just can't get higher than silver. I quit, but that just tells you about my fundamentals or whatever. So I'm not really tripping on that. But typically I play anime-based fighters. I feel like they are the most fun. I feel like they're easier to get into, easier to learn concepts, but they are very difficult to actually like master. I'm also into like the versus series, so a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom, Power Rangers, that stuff's really cool, and that's what this game is looking to shape up to. So I just wanted to get maybe like a 10-minute, 15-minute video on my thoughts and like what characters I would like to see, like I stated earlier. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. We already have certain characters like Ari, Katarina, Jinx, Echo, and Darius all confirmed. The Echo trailer, I won't say Echo trailer, but it was basically for Echo. Echo looks fantastic. Echo is everything that I wanted in the character, from what we've seen. I wish we would have got some information on Katarina. Katarina should play like Virgil or something, from the Marvel vs. Capcom series. So that would be cool. We got to see a little bit of Ari. We got to see a little bit of Jinx and Darius. But someone that I am very looking forward to seeing is Riven. I have these tiers. It's confirmed, highly likely, decent chance, DLC, low chance, no way, not sure. As you can tell, these not sures are pretty new. I don't really know shit about them. All I know is she's like some type of pop star, Seraphine or something. And Rakshan is, I don't know, some type of Prince of Persia dude. But back up here to highly likely Riven, as pretty much anybody knows, or everybody knows, that Riven was based off of, I believe they said Marth. And when they made her, she was a fighting game character in their thoughts. Like, how would this transition into League? So definitely think Riven should be in the game. I was actually starting a video on what type of moves she should have, or like her specials and like her playstyle. If you want something like that, let me know in the comments and I'll actually get that down. I'll actually start working on it more. I have a script ready, but that's for in the future. And then I put a lot of the ones that I feel like should just be in the game right up front, and I put a couple right next to each other, kind of like if you have one, um, don't put the other in, or just choose for one of these two because they can be very similar. I put Yasuo in. Yasuo is a very fan favorite, fan hated. Um, I feel like if you are going to put Riven in the game, you can't have Riven without Yasuo. I'm not sure how he would play. I would think that he would be some type of rushdown character with some type of fireball, that fireball being his wind tornado. And then having like a way to deal with fireballs, so reflecting them back at you with the wind wall or something. Same with Fiora. I think Fiora is pretty much guaranteed. She's a grand duelist. Her whole thing is fencing other people, and just outdueling them. So I feel like she should be. I'm not too sure. Maybe like some type of pressure character that stays in your face, also has a parry. Maybe have it specific to where she has a high parry, low parry. Please don't give her an Omni Guard or an Omni Parry. Obviously, what's that game? Melty Blood is out, and Saber has an Omni Parry, which is 3 bars. So I mean, it's very expensive, and obviously you can bait it out and stuff. But me personally, I'm not a fan of Omni Parries. So please just keep them out of the game. We have Aurelia. Same thing. All 4 of these characters are very similar. They're just boxers. They just want to fight you. They just want to stay in your face in League. So I feel like they would just fit very well in a fighting game environment. Aurelia could be very mobile. She could have multiple dashes. Maybe she can have a armor mechanic, since it's not necessarily a parry. But she can have some armor on, like maybe 1 or 2 of her moves, and then call it a day. And then next we have Akali. Akali is a poster child now. Staple. She's a ninja. People like ninjas. Let's get at least one of them in the game. It would be hard for me to say Akali over Zed, because I feel like, even though I said earlier with Katarina and how she should be teleporting around like she's Virgil, or what's another character that has like teleports in fighting games? Chip. Chip has teleports in the earlier Guilty Gears. I feel like the same can be said with Zed. And instead of just straight up teleporting, I think he should just have the shadows, and maybe set him up like Blue Gogeta. If you don't know, Blue Gogeta has a command where he can pull up 2 other clones, including himself, so there's 3 of them on the screen, and he can choose which one he wants to go to, and he can choose whether or not he fires a beam or not. I think that would be really cool for Zed. Obviously, give him like a little bit less recovery, so increase his fucking ability to act out of shit, because I feel like the problem with Blue Gogeta is that he doesn't really get to do much off of that unless you have, you know, an assist. But that's the whole point. You're supposed to use your assist so you can get that shit. If you don't get Zed in, put LeBlanc in. I feel like they're 2 very tricky champions. LeBlanc, she has misdirection with her clones. They've changed her so often in League, I really don't know what the fuck she is now, or what she does. But I feel like if Zed doesn't get into the game, or if he's DLC, they should definitely put LeBlanc in. I did kind of skate over Akali. She could be Resident Ninja. Make her like Ibuki from Street Fighter. Give her couple of little kunai shit, some bomb tricks, caltrops, all that shit. She's a ninja. Give her her whole toolkit. You know, don't just stick with what she has in game. Give her a little bit more flexibility. But I feel like Ibuki would be a great spot to start Akali off and just work from it there, because Ibuki is already traditionally like not a Street Fighter character in my opinion. She just does weird stuff, kind of like El Fuerte in Street Fighter 4. Lee Sin, very good character to have in the game. He's Resident Bruce Lee, so put him in. Every fighting game has one. Fei Long, there's martial law, forest law. Akihiko, I guess. He's not really a Bruce Lee, he's just a boxer. Which that might fit more for Vi, or Set even. But definitely put Lee Sin in, if not DLC. Ezreal. I think Ezreal would be good. I feel like this game shouldn't have a lot of ADCs in it, or zoners. I don't mind them being in the game, but I feel like it would be kind of hard to transition them into the game. I like what they are doing with Jinx so far. It looks like Jinx has like some type of demon flip going on with her. If you've seen the trailer, she flips forward or back, and then she can shoot her rocket. She can fall with a button. A couple other things I think they showed. But I feel like Ezreal would be kind of resident zoner along with Jinx. You can just sit back and really spam his abilities. The rest of these I really don't want to go through because I don't want this to be an hour-long video. I just wanted to go through a couple in each tier. But I put most of the ones that I want to talk about up first. But Garen, I feel like if you have Darius, put Garen in. I think they both deserve to be in the game. I think Lux would be a good mage. Singe would be a great fucking grappler. Same with Set or Vi. Like I said, Vi could be something like Akihiko from the Persona series, and be pretty freaking fast, and has the ability to dodge some things. So, decent / DLC characters. These are the two that I want to see the most. Besides, like some of my favorites. I tried to keep the bias out, but I also feel like these two would be very great. Camille, I love wall clinking characters. I feel as if wall clinking characters typically aren't the best, because they don't really have a lot of options to save themselves from wall clinging depending on the game, such as Android 17. I feel like Android 17 has a good wall cling, but it's watered down by the mechanics of the game, and people can just kind of deal with it by super dashing at you, which they've tried to circumvent it a couple of times, and it works, but still, I think wall clinging characters are unique. I think she'll bring a different aspect to the game that you wouldn't really see. And I think Camille is just a cool design. You don't really get to see characters walk around with fucking scissors for fucking feet, or whatever you want to call them, knives. Yone, I am a big fan of Yone. I think they did a good job with his design. I think they did a good job with bringing him into League. And I feel like he's pretty popular. Yeah, you can say he might just be Resident Yasuo clone, but that's never stopped fighting game developers from making characters like that. I mean, for fuck's sake, we have so many Shotos in Street Fighter. Why not just put, one kind of like similar character to another in the game? And even still, in League, these two characters play differently from what I can tell. Yone is more of an assassin, in my opinion, than Yasuo. Yasuo wants to kind of poke and shit, and not really be in there, I guess, at all times. But that's just my opinion. Some other people, I feel like Rakan and Xayah together would be really cool. They can have a puppet type playstyle where, let's say, I would honestly like Rakan to be in the lead position, and you puppeteer Xayah around. I think that would be very interesting for Rakan. I don't have anything wrong or any issues with Xayah, but I feel like most of the time, it's the spotlight's always on Zaya. I think Rakan should just get it for this. I put Sion up here. Uh, he big body, armor, grapples. Just be annoying. Make this character like Z Broly in Dragon Ball. I hate Z Broly, but please put him in. He would be a good archetype to have. Let's see. I think Diana would be great. Similar to these characters up here, Riven, Yasuo, Fiora. I feel like Diana would bring some type of unique gameplay as in a pressure or mix-up character. And if you have Diana, I feel like fucking oh my god, Leona. I feel like Leona should be in the game too. Also, I put Annie up here. I think Annie would be really good. Another puppeteer character if you can. But make Annie, you know, be able to push around Tibbers and pick what Tibbers does. I feel like it would be really good. I'm not too sure how hitboxes and stuff are gonna work in this, which is why I'm kind of shying away towards Yordles. I know Annie's not a Yordle, she's just a child, but she's still small, so I mean, it's not really an issue. I'm sure they'll figure out how the fuck to deal with it. But smaller characters, they tend to start doing weird shenanigans in games, and I'm not really a fan of it. But hey, if you make it work, please, because characters like GT Goku was fantastic. I mean, it wasn't fantastic fighting them, but it was still great. Jax, he's another resident top lane boxer. His whole thing is that he's great with any weapon. Please put him in the game. I think he at least deserves DLC. Let's see, we have Vladimir. I think this character would be great if you make him like Zato from Guilty Gear. Have his blood pools be able to come up and make certain shapes and stuff. Make him very neutral base, very annoying. Maybe even give him some shit like Carmine from Under Night. I think that would be fantastic. And I forgot to even mention fucking Under Night, you know. Back up here, if you don't make Katarina like fucking Virgil, make her like Set, and like make her do Set from Under Night. Make her do Set play also, and I feel like this character would thrive. Be very annoying. Make her have fucking unblockables or something. Just give Katarina dirty shit because it's Katarina. If you can't tell, I'm a big Katarina fan. Let's see. I feel like Aatrox would be great. I would want Talon in the game, but I mean, Talon has always been, up until his rework, a discount Katarina for me. And while Talon is one of my favorites, I just don't know how they would implement him into the game without looking back at his old kit, I guess. I'm not too sure. I would like Pyke. I don't know much about Pyke. I own Pyke, but never played Pyke in League, but I feel like he'd be cool for the game, for Project L. And then we have some other staples. I don't know why I put Wukong down here so low. This isn't all ordered, like I said, it's just a top view. But Wukong would be great. Who else? Xin Zhao, he would be great. Do we have any other? Oh, Chase. Jace, not Chase, sorry. I feel like Jace would be your stance switcher, kind of like Zeku or Narmaya in, what's that game? Grand Blue. If you don't know Jace, Jace has a melee form and a range form. I think this would be really good for the game. It adds a little bit more diversity for characters. Because like I said, a lot of these characters up here, they're in-your-face aggressive. So we do want some definite, like, different gameplay styles. We don't want everybody to be fucking mix-up, rush down, want to fucking grab you all damn day. So I think Jace would be great for that. I think Orianna would be good. Maybe she can play like Manat but that's why I have Syndra up here. I feel like Syndra would be kind of better at that. But Oriana's whole thing in League is that she can move around her ball and attach it to things and stuff. But I would like to see Syndra more than that. Anybody else here? Teemo. I don't know if this man should be in this game. At least make him a cameo, at least. But please put him in, but don't put him in because he'd be annoying. And then we have low chance. The one that hurts me the most that I put here is Kayn. I don't know how the fuck they would make Kayn playable in this, because Kayn's whole thing is he gets to choose what form. Well, not gets to choose, but he gets to quote unquote choose if he wants to be a shadow assassin or a, I think it's called a Darken. Can't remember. Rost, basically. I don't know how they would translate that. I can't think of any fighting game characters that get to choose whether or not they go into different forms mid-match, besides like the normal stance switchers. But it doesn't really work for Kayn to be a stance switcher because he's either the shadow assassin or Ross takes over his body. There's no in between. So I mean, maybe they can figure something out and make him really cool. He wields a scythe. It's not just regular ass sword or, you know, kunais or something. So it'd be kind of interesting. I don't know how exactly I would want him to play, but I think it would be interesting at the end of the day. Is there anybody else here? Bard. I feel like Bard will be the trolliest fucking character to play against, but I feel like he'd be a very interesting character too. Maybe have some shit like kind of like Sub-Zero, where like he freezes you, but instead of, you know, actually freezing you, it's like the Zonia Hourglass effect on the screen. I think that'd be pretty cool. I have a Zero up here. I think a Zero would be a very good zoner. I'm just I can't think of any examples to give for Azir, but I still think there's still that possibility where he might be in the game. I have some other ones down here. Nautilus. I have Nautilus down here because it's kind of like if you're thinking about putting Nautilus in, you're gonna want to put Blitzcrank or Thresh in before him. I think these two would be very good. Please put Blitzcrank in the game. If you don't put Blitzcrank, put Thresh. Xerath, again, it would add for diversity, but you have Oriana and Syndra up here. Anybody else? Everybody else is just kind of like, oh, you know, they would be cool, but I feel like there are other picks besides before them, I guess, in a way. You know, it'd be cool to see Shyvana, but you already have all of these bruisers up here that can fight you. Probably do a similar job as Shyvana in the damn game. The only one that I'd probably debate right now is Tahm Kench. I think Tahm Kench would be so hilarious in this game, but actually really cool. I thought about Gragas being up here, but we already have so many. And then for no ways or cameos, I don't see any of these characters down here getting into the game. Maybe Malzahar, but I guess Alistar would be one that can make it. But if I did have to choose one person, it'd be Rammus. Maybe make him do something like Quan Chi in the Mortal Kombat series. Make him pull you towards them, and that'd be pretty interesting. But yeah, that's who I think. Like I said, I have some videos that I want to make, especially about Riven. I really want her to be some type of rushdown mix-up character that has like Demon Flip. I don't know what her actions after Demon Flip would be, but you know, maybe she can have something like that, or even an install character. If they make Riven an install character, I think that would be really cool. Have her dump, we don't know anything about the meter, but maybe dump like a bar or 3 for her enhanced blade. She gets an extra super maybe, and call it a day. You can even do it like a Virgil and Dante. You know, have them spin the bar, and then unlock the level 3 for her. You know, maybe even make her a Rekka character. That'd be really cool. Make her have you know, the 1-2, and then the third hit be the overhead, and then 1-2 she has a low, and just make them unsafe to finish, and make her make the guess, I guess. That way it's not too strong. But also give her, like, you know, good defensive abilities too. Make her somewhat all around maybe, but I'm not gonna get into that. When I finalize my thoughts, and if you guys want that, I'll make that video. But yeah, please put down in the comments if you want to start some type of discussion on whether or not it's the right picks. Please let me know, like, open my eyes to different characters that should be in this game. Or, you know, if you want to talk about somebody that I didn't talk about because I dick ride these characters up here, put them down. Just let me know. You know, you don't have to like, you don't have to do anything. Just, if you want to start a discussion, let's start one. I'm really hyped for Project L. I hope it does well. And hopefully, you know, maybe I can start making content over it. You know, maybe I'll start streaming, and we can see what's going on. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I guess I'll see you guys later.